Other interesting cultural news, you have Kathy Griffin is having a meltdown after Trump wins. Now, this also comes to us thanks to Libs of TikTok, which she says, quote, Kathy Griffin isn't coping well, which I thought this was just Carrot Top on meth. Pardon the drug correlation or reference there, but or really inebriated Macaulay Culkin with a wig. But apparently this is Kathy Griffin, who is definitely not aging gracefully, mentally, or physically for that matter. But it's a little bit long, but entertaining, so we'll go ahead and without too much further ado. And I apologize, I should have given you a visual warning. This is visually disgusting. Well, also auditorial-wise as well, but we'll go ahead and dive on in.
I don't think that our beloved country, America, knows what it's in for with a fascistic society and dictator.
How about Biden?
I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm
Oh,
not
she's
being
not.
dramatic. I have said this on tapes before, but I am shocked and crushed at how many people I personally know did not vote or felt like there was no difference between the candidates or just were too self-involved
Now that's ridiculous. To say there's no difference between two candidates, that is pretty ridiculous.
to learn anything about it. And that makes me sad.
Oh.
And you know, just because I live in California and have a lot of protections other states don't, doesn't mean there won't be.
Actually, quite the opposite. You're not allowed to own a standard AR-15 in California, yet alone a standard capacity magazine. So actually, you have less protections in California. But I partially digress.
Be a federal ban on abortion, and although I know that's sort of funny,
the greatest lie. Again, they said this for like a year when Trump was running, and he said dozens of times he wouldn't do anything because, again, it's been relegated back to the states. Though, of course, Kamala used it to raise millions of dollars and fool millions of, I don't want to say low IQ people, but people don't realize the constitutionality of, why it was repealed with Roe versus Wade and why the Supreme Court ruled the way they were, and how, again, if you want to make change, go get some nice cardstock poster board and, peacefully let your opinion be known, do a demonstration or get some signatures or something. But again, it's going to be done at a state level. And yet they all said, oh yeah, it's on the line. Lies.
About abortion, but just being a lifelong feminist, I worry about all of it. And the fact that the boys should be just as worried, because if you're really living in sort of the Trumpian, Christo-fascist, mega church, I think Trump is stopping child trafficking, QAnon world, then if your son gets a girl pregnant and they're both 15, then you, of course, will force that they marry and keep having as many Duggars as possible. So it's going to be a Duggar America, everybody. Remember how that one ended? Okay, you know what? We're going to keep fighting.
It's been decades since we had shotgun weddings. I can't but think, was society better off when you actually forced parents to be parents and not break up for the kid, not break up? Now, apparently, I used the good old, well, I was about to say Google. That's crap. I used Brave. I said, who are Duggars? Duggars are a large family from Arkansas known for their conservative Christian values and large family size. It's from that TV show, 19 and Counting? Now we know. I watch a lot of reality TV, nor own a TV or don't have cable. Interesting. Which, if you've seen the US fertility rate and the global fertility rate, more kids that's not a bad thing. But I apologize. We'll get back to the wisdom of Kathy. I can't even say that with a straight face, but I was about to say we're almost done. It's almost halfway if you're very optimistic. Getting there.
And, Trump will crumble. I mean, he's not looking too healthy these days. And then
coming from Kathy Griffin, she's saying Trump doesn't look healthy. Again, Trump is by no means an Ironman athlete. He's not doing triathlons. But again, a guy plays golf every day. It's actually pretty impressive how healthy he is at his age. Now, granted, he could be in better shape, like most of us. But yeah, for her to say that, oh my God.
President Vance will be terrifying and horrible because he's as crazy as Trump, but he's smart. So, and the way things are going in this country could then get reelected. We could have President Vance for 8 years, which I kind of wish some of my friends had thought about yesterday that weren't voting. So now we're paying the price, and freedom isn't
Are you?
free, and we've been free. And technically, we're still a democracy. The inauguration's going to be a shit show. Remember how crazy his speech was last time? American carnage and all that stuff. Even George W. Bush famously said that was some weird shit. It's going to be weirder and scarier. But I just want to put this out there again. Gays, you may not be safe. So to be gay in America, much less trans, because they're obsessed with trans people.
They're obsessed with it. Not the teachers pushing that in schools. Not California, who's hiding kid transitions from the parents. No. Conservatives are obsessed with that. Right. Yeah, and another thing, you look at how homosexual, or gays, homosexual, whatever term you want to use. Yeah, a lot of them are. There's a fair amount that are conservative and don't like the transitioning of children and the grooming of children. I mean, there's a whole extra profile called Gays Against Groomers, and I think they do some great work. But I was about to say we're almost done. This is. I was gonna say it's pretty painful, her words, but it's entertaining. We'll get through it together. It is officially more than halfway done.
To be LGBT in America is not going to be a safe thing anymore. So
You tell us.
to be a woman in America will be even less safe than it already is. So take care of each other, have plans, make sure you know how to gather support if you're afraid to walk down the street.
What? Afraid to walk down the street. You know what's hilariously disgusting or hypocritical? She's politically from the side that wants to disarm women. Or I'm about the side of, I believe the age-old saying is, God made man, but Samuel L. Colt made man equal. Who, again, Samuel L. Colt is most famously known for the successful patent for the first successful revolver. He had misfires before he actually had that patent in place. Yeah, one side wants to disarm women and force them to be victims. The other wants to give them a tool that will make them equal to anyone who tries to hurt them. Which side cares more about women again?
You know, get more politically active. Not sure what's going to happen in my lifetime,
Nothing. Oh, I thought she was talking about her personal life.
but the kids will figure it out.
They are. They're based.
And I know this will get me in trouble, but I really, really wish Taylor Swift had done an event with Vice President Harris
How would that get her in trouble?
in Pennsylvania 2 months ago. Okay, I just had to say that because she is so powerful, and it's not fair that the weight of the world should be on a pop star's shoulders.
Taylor Swift, who again, I admire her entrepreneurial spirit of creating the swifter, quicker picker upper. Every time I'm at Walmart and I see that little cleaning up event, I think of Taylor Swift. I'm pretty sure that's her side gig. That's why she's actually really a billionaire. I don't think it's because of the music. But yeah, Taylor Swift has made a whole career about picking the wrong man. It is almost hilarious and appropriate that she picked Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
I just did not realize how racist and misogynistic America still is. So,
The rudimentary leftist argument.
we're in this together. Open-minded people that are loving. We're not in it together with the other team that wants to like kill trans people and have more guns in grade schools. Like, no.
Now, more guns, I'm a fan of if it's a qualified teacher. Again, why are public schools the one area where you don't protect the assets? I mean, that's ridiculous. One of my favorite solutions, and again, it's not my original idea or anything, but we have a record number. We have a lot of veterans who are unemployed. They need jobs. You know, it'd be great. Put a veteran in front of every single public school. Show the force. Let bad guys know if you try anything, you are making it more than 2 feet under that campus. You'll be ended immediately. Worked for a lot of the Israeli schools. They used to be attacked constantly. They put a guy out there with an Uzi, famous Israeli weapon, and guess what? They're not messing with it anymore. It's a proven solution. Copy paste it. Let's do it. I partially digress.
But we like-minded folks just want a peaceful, healthy, progressive country.
From the side that caused $2.3 billion of damage during the George Floyd Summer of Love riots.
and we will keep doing what we have to do to keep it alive, even though it looks a little dark today. All right. Love you guys.
Hooray, it's done. I was gonna say she would make an exceptional actress for like a clown movie, like a killer clown movie. Is that called? I think that's the It, right? Yeah, Kathy Griffin, still somehow culturally relevant. Again, I don't know how many votes she swayed one way or the other, but again, this one pretty valid. Got 4.7 million views as well as 30,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from, oh, this is disappointing. Planet of memes, but they did not in fact respond in meme form. Says, quote, Carrot Top is looking rough, getting 4.1 thousand likes. Paul Zupa says, anyone know, oh wow, anyone know if she's had any work done? Getting 853 likes, which, she's probably keeping plastic surgery companies in business at this rate. Based Electrician says, quote, can anyone here translate this deranged woke woman 15 White Claws deep? Is a screenshot of her looking inebriated, which, granted, if you take a screenshot of anyone on video, you'll find an awkward frame. Or if it's like me, most of the frames are awkward anyway, so it's quite easy. Now, that did get 735 likes. Citizen says, is she transitioning? No likes, but interesting. Bruce Bilal says, what in Michelle Obama's foreskin is wrong with her? Getting 3.4 thousand likes. David Welsh says, okay, Carrot Top, seek help. It says, have you or a loved one suffered from TDS, also known as Trump Derangement Syndrome? You may be entitled to financial compensation. Here's a picture of Kathy. Yeah, she's after her surgeries or something. Looks quite horrifying. Getting 2.6 thousand likes. Brano says she's so cooked, and she says this is the end of democracy. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not being dramatic. And the trad guy says you're being an idiot. Getting 1.3 thousand likes. Crypto King says, quote, why do these Hollywood elites all look mid-transition? Getting 2.7 thousand likes. Yeah, I suspect it's all the plastic surgery. It's Gundam says Herman Munster has fallen into hard times. Getting 1.9 thousand likes. Sherry Curry says, that's her? I wonder how much of it costs. She should have taken her filler lips elsewhere. We've had enough of rich celebrities telling us to suffer. Her and her remodeling face. Getting 1.9 thousand likes. Fizno says she's using a filter. This is what she really looks like. And oh dear God. Again, it's like Macaulay Culkin taking more drugs than he ever has before. Or just never stopping. Got 613 likes. Ginger says the filter didn't work on her face, on her neck, rather. Yeah, it's got all right. And again, I'm not going to diss her for that. As everyone gets older, you inevitably have some wrinkles everywhere. But yeah, it's funny that she has a filter, but she didn't extend it to that body part, I suppose. I did get 507 likes. The Gorilla says, quote, no one will ever convince me that's not a man. What's it say? Anderson's brother? Get 467 likes. Jason Nelson says, I'm so out of the loop. I thought that was Carrot Top. Getting 439 likes, which, semblance is uncanny. Oh, dear God. This social space says, wow, she looks a lot better than she did 6 years ago. Scary. Which, well, yeah, thanks to the filter, I think. Which, yeah, in comparison, yeah, I guess. 226 likes for that comment. Let's see. Wow, this is an old picture of her and Trump. How many decades ago was that? So this is from Suzanne says Kathy Griffin isn't coping well because, like the rest of the vile, deranged, corrupt, and pathetic, her life is a lie. Getting 665 likes. The Disruptor says, quote, this woman is cooked, a straight lunatic that should be in a padded room. And I forgot about that stunt she did a couple years ago where she had a, well, you see on the screen here, but she had a decapitated, like a Trump head and blood, signifying that she cut it off. She was trying to be edgy, she says, and totally wasn't a threat. I got 653 likes for that. Yeah, somehow she's, again, I'm not sure how many people really think she's culturally relevant, or I think we're going to see, oh, this is kind of funny. So it says how it started, how it's ended, is Trump and her searching spaces, now he's holding her head, which, again, I don't even think Trump thinks about her 1 second of the day. I think that's probably most of her day, though, how it's spent. But let me know, do you think all these old school celebrities or has-been celebrities, do you think they're still culturally relevant? Were people swayed to vote one way or another because of them? And do you think, it's just going to kind of move on to other things? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get it 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some direct feedback, letting me know I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.